Hey guys, welcome back to Civil Learning Online. And guys, I hope you all are enjoying the lectures on influence line diagram. And till now, I have uploaded 11 lectures in which we have studied influence line diagram for reaction at support, under which we have studied the subtopics to determine the value of quantity, to determine the position of the live load to have the maximum value. Also, influence line diagram for the shear force at the given section of the girder, both for maximum positive and maximum negative shear force. Also, influence line diagram for bending moment at the given section for simply supported beam and for simply supported beam with overhang. And we have studied to calculate maximum in shear, absolute maximum shear force and bending moment. And today in this lecture I will be discussing about influence line diagram for the trusses. And before that, I will first discuss about the type of bridge trusses which are most frequently asked in the exam, and then I will solve some numericals based upon that. So without any further delay, let's get started. So moving toward the types of trusses, there are basically two types of truss bridges, and they are deck type and thorough type. So deck type truss bridge means when a cross girder are provided connecting corresponding top chord joints of the truss so that the load is received at the top chord joint, such truss is called the deck type truss. Let me clarify you this definition. It says that cross girder. So whenever we discuss about a truss bridge, it means it consists of the two trusses. So this is the front view of the truss. This is our front view, and in bridges what happens, there are two such trusses placed close with each other. One here, if we watch from the top view, then one will be here and another will be parallel with it. And when we will watch it from the top, then what happens, you will see that these two trusses, this is front view and this is one truss, this is another truss. And when we watch from the top view, then you will see that these truss are covered with a panel, and then panel are supported on a beam type member that is called as cross girder. That the beam connecting the two trusses are called cross girder, and on those girder panels are provided, and the panels may be wooden panel or metallic panel. It is up to the designer. And the second type of truss is thorough type truss, and let me discuss further. Now what happens when the cross girder are provided connecting the corresponding top chord joints? And see here guys, this is our truss. This upper member are called the top chord member, and these lower chord member are called the lower member are called the lower chord member. Similarly, these vertical members, these are the vertical members, these all vertical members, and these are the diagonal member of the truss. These all are diagonal member of the truss. Now let's move to the thorough type truss. When the cross girder are provided connecting corresponding bottom chord joints of the truss so that the load is received at the bottom chord joint, the truss is called the thorough type truss. Again, this is the front view of the truss. When we discuss about the bridge, then two such trusses are placed parallel to each other, and these two trusses are connected by a beam type member which are called again cross girder. And guys, what happens, these girders are provided at the bottom chord of the member. As I have shown, what are the bottom chords? These are the bottom chords member, and these are the top chord member. These are vertical members and these are diagonal members. And if you watch these two diagrams carefully, then you will notice that I have marked here the top chord as dark, and here the lower member is marked bold. It says that the panel or the path for the movement is this. Here in thorough type truss girder, the panels are cross girders are connected to the lower or bottom chord member. Here stingers are provided here. If you will ask me to draw the 3D diagram, then it will be of some this type, this manner, this type, and here it will be another truss. It will be of this manner, and here the corresponding, sorry, it is going to be here, and here like this, and like this will be our 3D truss. When you will, and here the movement of the people takes place from here and through this, and here on the deck type, movement of the place people take place above this top chord member, because the stingers or the cross girder are provided here. And this is our another truss parallel to this front truss, and here the panels are provided and the vehicle or the people can move over this. These are the two types of trusses. I hope you understood this step. And guys, do understand, do learn how to draw the influence line diagram of these two types of truss very carefully, because when you will study the about the steel design of steel structure second, in that case, in that subject, when you will be designing the footbridge, then in that case you will need to draw the influence line diagram of the truss bridge. So better to understand that, understand how to draw the influence line diagram here, so that while solving the numerical based of, or while designing the footbridge, you will feel easy. Now without any further delay, let me select a question based upon the thorough type, and I will solve one question from both type of trusses, so no need to worry. First let us move toward the thorough type truss, and then I will discuss about the deck type truss, and I will show you how to draw the influence line diagram for each and every member: top chord member, bottom chord member, vertical member, and diagonal member. So guys, here I have selected a question, and here this is a thorough type truss, and here I have named the point as, sorry, nodes as u1, u2, u3, u4, u5, u6, u7, and lower nodes as l1, l2, l3, l4, l5, l6, l7, so that it will help us to distinguish or name the upper chord member and bottom chord member, diagonal member, vertical member easily. And first of all, let us draw the influence line diagram for the upper chord member, that is u1, u2. So let us draw a straight line first for the drawing the influence line diagram. So after drawing the straight line, what you need to do is, see here guys, u1 and u2 means the load on u1 and u2 will be transferred through this diagonal and this vertical member, and it will reach up to l2. So what we need to do is, we have to draw a dotted line at l2 and join the line. And congratulations, you have drawn the influence line diagram for the upward chord member u1, u2. And now you will ask that what will be the value of this height of the influence line diagram. Then the value is going to be similar which we have done for calculating the moment. Here only two types of concept you will need to know, remember, which I have discussed in the previous video also, how to calculate the moment, and another is reactions at the supports. So here u1 and u2 are concentrated at l2, so our this value from here to here is going to be a for u1, u2, and from here to here it is going to be b. And now guys, you are smart enough to tell me that there are 6 panels, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and each panel has 4 meters. So value of a will be 4 times b. B is going to be, whole span is equals to 24, so 4 times 20 divided by whole span is 24, and this is going to be And one thing more, I have missed the value of height here, height of influence line diagram, and the height of influence line diagram is 4 meter given. So multiply this by 4, and on solving this we will get the final value of u1 and u2, which is going to be 5 upon 6. Now let us draw the influence line diagram for u2 and u3. And guys, u2 u3 load on u2 u3 will be transferred to L3, node L3, through this diagonal member and this vertical member. So while drawing the influence line diagram, first of all we need to draw a straight line here. And one thing more guys, the force in the upper chord member is compressive. Upper chord member are compressive, and we need to draw the upper compressive members in above the this beam section, and when we will, and the lower chord member are our tensile, consist of tensile force, and the tensile are drawn below the beam. So now we have at u2 u3, so u2 u3 are transferring the load at L3, so draw a dotted line at L3 and join it, and after joining tell me the value of height of this influence line diagram. And if you ask me to tell me teach you what it will be the value here, then see here again we will use the concept of calculating the moment, and this time for L3 from here to here it is going to be A, and from here to here it is going to be B. So its span is 4 meters, so 4 plus 4 is going to be 8 times 16 divided by 24 times height of the truss is 4, and this is going to be the height of influence line diagram for u2 u3. And on solving this we will get 4 upon 3, and this is the height of influence line diagram for u2 u3, and again this is upper chord member, so the force will be compressive. Now let us draw the influence line diagram for u3 and u4. So here comes the member, upper chord member u3 and u4, and see here guys, in the diagram the load at u3 and u4 will be transferred to L4 node, so we need to draw a dotted line along L4. Draw it here and now join it. Now guys, after joining it, let us calculate the height of this influence line diagram, and this time for L3 and L4 A is going to be from here to here, and B is going to be from here to here. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is going to be 12, and B is again 12 divided by whole span is 24, and height is 4 meter. And on solving this we will get 3 upon 2. Now see here guys, if you have a close view toward this truss, you will come to know that this is symmetrical truss, means this portion is actually the image of this portion. If we turn this much portion, means from L3 L4 L5 L5 L6 L6 L7, then we can place it over this, means this now here it is going to help us, this condition is going to help us, and whenever you will be provided with the such trusses, then similar condition will be provided, because it is very time consuming when you are solving this numerical in exam, because you will need to find the force in each and every member, means lower chord member, upper chord member, diagonal member, vertical member. So it is necessary to provide such type of question so that the student can solve with them easily. Now after solving u3 and u4, you do not need to solve u4 and u5. This is because the load u4, as this is symmetrical, this is the symmetrical truss from the middle, means the load intensity will be equal. Now the load intensity means the influence line diagram, height of influence line diagram for u3 and u4 is 3 by 2, means Again, if we solve this for u4 u5, again the value will be again 3 by 2, and for u5 u6 again it is going to be 4 by 3, and u6 u7 it is again going to be 5 by 6. Means the value will be repeated when we cross this u4. I hope you understood this step. Now this much was for the upper chord member. We do not need to solve further, because after u4 it is symmetrical and value of the height of the influence line diagram will be repeated. So let us move toward the solution of now lower chord member.